Alright, welcome everybody. This is my first attempt to make a little YouTube video to help those know how to change the rotors and brake pads on a 2008 Honda Odyssey. My brother-in-law has a similar vehicle and he said, hey, I don't know how to do it, and I said maybe I'll take this opportunity to make a video for the first time and help people know how to do it. I'm not an expert, but I can do most of these things. This should be pretty simple. So I have a 2008 Honda Odyssey, have about 120,000 miles on it. We put a lot of miles on it, and have wobbling in the braking, so this should help. I'm putting a better set of rotors on. Okay, so everybody, this is what I purchased. I purchased a Power Stop rotor, a little bit better product. I did some research and figured out that this is, well, I had a lot of good reviews. You can see what I paid, $183 on Amazon, got free shipping, so from Amazon, $183. I'm hoping this fixes the problem. Here's the unboxing of the product that I bought. I'm going to try to do it here with one hand recording. So I got, that's with the brake. There's the brake pads, kind of a little deep. Let me open them up and I will show you what I got. Here you go. Got two sets of brake pads. And you can see ceramic pads less than this kind of stuff being made in China. So, okay, here's the rotors. Got holes in them and little lines on it. There's probably a technical name for that, but pretty solid, as you can see. They label them. There's front right and front. Getting ready to take these and put them on that. So obviously, it should go without saying, you're going to need something to jack up your car and to sit it on, some jack stands. You're going to need to access the rotors and the brake pads. Okay, so I got the tire off. As you can see, I'm just supporting it with, a safety and just the jack itself. Got the wheels to the front. You really can't tell sometimes whether the rotors are warped by just looking at them. So sometimes you just have to replace them. You can get them turned. I didn't want to mess with turning an old rotor. And so, as I'm talking about, now I don't know if I can see it there. There's one there and one beneath it. They come out. The caliper comes. So I used a 7/8 to take off the lug nuts, 2008 Honda Odyssey, and then I'm going to use a 9/16 to take this guy off. Same was on the bottom. So there's one here, and I don't know if you can see it. I'll leave that up there for a second. There's one, I'm assuming you can see. That thing comes off, and then the one up top that I've got the wrench on, they come all the way out, and then that caliper will come off. Now sometimes, here's what I was just talking about, taking the cap off of the oil, the brake fluid. I just took it off, and it's not very, I don't think it'll overflow, and sometimes if it does just a little bit, you just got to top it off. And I did that a little early because I'm not yet ready to recompress. The professional would probably bleed the line and do all kinds of stuff, charge you an arm and a leg, but this works every time. As is with most projects, you find things you didn't anticipate, and I swear I remember replacing these brakes a while back, and so just didn't remember. But so there's the caliper, and you can see those two little, see I'm in your light, those two little tube things. Those will be what you need to compress back in when you put the new brakes on. Here's where the brake pads go. You'll take those off. That's the front, and then back is just on. So I'm going to proceed with taking these things off. That's what these little pieces are. And you get new ones when you get new brake pads. So So we're still involved in this. I've got the caliper off. I took this unit off. I told you about that previously. I think I used a gosh, what did I use? I used a 19 millimeter to get these bolts off of this, which this goes on. Let's see, like this, right? And then behind there, those are right here. Some vehicles, it just keeps. I'm back, even though you don't know where I've been. Like all jobs, you usually double or triple the time it takes an amateur to do it, and this is why. Because those little screws, there's 2 of them. They're put on there for assembly line purposes. They don't need to be there. They're not for safety or anything else or stability, but they have to come out in order to get the rotor off. And so this job has turned into a job for 10. I probably sound like I'm a broken record here, but after trying what everybody recommends on the internet, after trying everything, I cannot get these darn screws out. This one here, and this one here. So I took just an old cheap screw. I basically bought an impact wrench, about a $10 impact tool. It's supposed to bang on it and it turns as you do it, but that didn't work. It just stripped them out. So I just took this thing and just got done drilling it. I just had a quick tap right here, and it comes right off like that. And you can see the 2 screws were ripped off inside there. I'm just going to leave them there. They're not going to hurt anything. As you can see, it's protruding out. So I just put the rotor back on, and I put this little caliper thing back on with the let's see here, 3/4 inch wrench right there. Basically, right, that and that. It's kind of upside down. Not this. This. And I gave it a little tap with a hammer just to get it the same tension as I had it before. So you can see this rotor's still loose. Had I been able to, I'm just putting the brake pad back on. I'm using the old brake pad, which actually had substantial wear and tear left on it, but I wanted to put a better set on because I'm putting a better rotor on. So I'm using the old pad to help me compress both pins in. Once those compress, it'll push some brake fluid back through the system. So here I'm just putting the new brake pads back on, and I'm using a C-clamp, just a poor man's way of doing it. And I'm using the old brake pad because just need something flat. You can muscle it in either way, any way you can get it in. I use a C-clamp. So those old brake pads did have some wear and tear left on them. I just wanted to replace those with this new set because it's a better quality brake, and I didn't want to put bad brakes on. So I still have it on here, and I just wanted to show you that if you try to compress each of the pistons separately, one will go up while the other one goes in, and it's kind of a seesaw and never-ending battle because the fluid inside there is not balanced. So that's why it's good to have something flat across here when you. Okay, so I just wanted to show you this. Here's the new ones. There is a difference between the right and the left for the pad that goes on the inside of the wheel. The ones that go on the outside of the wheel are identical, so it doesn't matter which one you put on. So I'm doing the front right tire, which means I need the pad that has this little loop. To show you how to get these new clips in, you could probably use the old ones, but they come with it, so no sense not using them. They just go like this, down, and you kind of just wedge them into place, and then the other one, I guess my hat was in the way here. So this one's the opposite. So what you do, you have this thing down, we're on the front right tire. It kind of goes in just like a puzzle piece, like that, and you'll clamp. I already had it in, I just wanted to record this, so now I'm trying to do it from visual. Let's see. There we go. As you're pushing in, there you go. Now, coming together. Now the caliper will be super tight because it's got thicker walls, so it might not go in perfectly smooth right away. So now I got it all tight. Everything's locked down. This is still going to be loose because the brakes haven't clamped down. First time you push your foot on the brake, it's going to go way in until that fluid gets through the system. And like I said, if a little bit spilled over up top, then you just top that off with the right your right brake fluid. Alright, here's the front left tire. Just took it off. Got me some safety things under there. Jack is my failover. Just wanted to let you know and point this out. This is my tire, so I don't know if you can see that, but it's wearing a little bit in the middle. Not quite sure what that means. I think it's either that it's out of balance. I'll have to go look it up. I can't even remember right now, but it's pretty clear to me that something is causing Okay, let me show you something I'm running into on this left tire. I ran into it a little bit on the right, but these bolts back here that I'm using the 3/4 to get off, they're on incredibly tight. So I'm holding on with my left hand and I'm just wailing on it with this hammer, and it took a lot of effort. So don't be surprised if those things are on there pretty darn tight. I don't think they need to be torqued, but so I wanted to show you this little method here. This is the impact wrench I bought at the auto body store for about 10 bucks. It failed me on the other side, and as you can see, I was hitting it so hard. This bit, whatever that's made of, Superman metal or something, started to turn. So it's already didn't work. I'm going to try it on this side. As you hit, it's supposed to go in and loosen it or tighten it, depending on how you want to use it. So we're going to plan B, which is the drill. I just took one of my old bits. It's nothing fancy. It's nothing I can't replace for $1. So I don't care if it gets ruined. It's just a wood bit, I think. This one obviously is messed up because I started that one. This one's just a good old-fashioned screw, and I'm going to just bore down, or bear down, go at it. And as you can see, that's what happened to the other one. Top comes out. So just wanted to show you, I think I did this on the other side, but it's these little clamps here. It just goes in like this to the back of it, right here. And I think that's already in, actually. Should go in easier. Let me see if I did it wrong. Let's see here. There we go. See, just snaps right in. This thing. I'm all done and I'm ready to put the tire back on. Just wanted to recap a few things. One, I probably could have used metric. I don't know what was exact. This is a 9/16 to take the brake caliper off, which is basically right here. Okay. Then I used a 3/4 to take the okay, and now I'm in the vehicle and I'm going to show you. So I don't know if you can see. So I'm going to start it up, and this is right after I just did the brakes. Let's see if I can get some light in here. Okay, I'm going to start it up. Okay, now the first time this is going to go to the floor. See? Here they are. Like I said, just pump the brakes before you take them for a spin. You can see them through there, a little bit more stylish, silver. I'm ready to go take it for a ride. Okay, I'm just backing out here. I have not a steep driveway, but it's not flat, so everything's good. Just gonna take it around my neighborhood here. Just make sure that everything's working like I want it to work. Wouldn't recommend this out on the main roads, but my neighborhood's pretty calm and I don't have a whole lot of traffic, as you can see. So